happiest story if Connor's not on it. But I am. He will actually be so pissed off within it.
Well, we'll probably find out. And how do you do that thing where it focuses?
You do the ting, and it does the ting. You on about focusing on like one person, like when you speak, or
So how does it do that? Like when they speak, how does it change? Is that just an automatic thing?
I did look into it, and it's a bitch to set up. So that can be a next week thing when we deal with the bot as well.
Cool.
Slowly but surely it will get better. It's fine.
Yeah, well. Should we go?
Yeah, fuck it. Let's just go.
This is the bit where we're dancing to the intro. I don't even know. That's the old intro, isn't it?
I just have no sense of rhythm.
I thought you were gonna say. I thought you were gonna say. I got no idea what our theme music is.
No, of course I know what our theme music is. I just can't do music. I just have no sense of rhythm.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another podcast, episode 127. Connor may turn up. We don't know.
I'm here back to back. Oh, look at that.
See, it just when you thought I just need the desk. Just when you thought 2020 wasn't unlucky enough, Matt's in 2 podcasts in a row. But then you've done that as we're heading into Christmas. So are you the Christmas miracle?
Yeah. You know, not baby Jesus. It's me turning up.
Not baby Jesus. But you know what I do want to say to you, Matt?
Yes.
Fuck you!
Put it down.
Look at my little finger. Look at my little finger. Woot!
I can do some serious damage. That finger.
Do you know how big are your hands?
Apparently they're fucking huge.
Because like my feet, like for that. Hello everyone. In our podcast, we talk about nerdy news and all that kind of pop culture stuff that you like to distract yourself with while you're in the middle of a global pandemic. But so it's got it's like the rings like on the string, and then you put them like that. Like I find because obviously it's got the bar in it as well. So then you like your thumb to make it easy for putting your thumb on in, and like obviously just holding the bar like in your normal life. I don't know whether to look at the camera or look at you, so I'm just gonna flick between both and look like I'm boss-eyed. But like like I'm like that, trying to pull them down like all at the same time, because like Donald Trump, I have the largest hands in the world.
I see.
So like if I
would struggle because I got small hands.
but it's mainly the finger action.
Are you saying you're not good with your finger action?
I'm not gonna say this. I mean, we're already not made for kids. I don't want to get us banned from the one thing that people seem to watch.
Speaking of getting us banned, let's talk about Amber Heard. Amber Heard,
yeah. We didn't talk about the whole Johnny Depp thing. That was a thing that happened in the time off. So yeah. Do you want to roll with it as politically correct as you are? Do you want to start?
Have I ever been politically correct? Have I?
Okay. There you go. Go on, hit us with a little bit of it. It's good because this week I can use my phone because we're screen recording properly. Because thanks to shout out to Jack, the Ginger Jack on Twitch. He's doing bits. I want him to get to set us up for streaming on Twitch. Like he could be like the main draw, and then we could be like the, idiots that then do it after he like builds us an audience.
Oh, so like the sidemen to KSI.
Were the sidemen ever good apart from Toby and Harry?
No.
It's a bit of a long pause. Yeah, we're not here to diss the sidemen. They make videos and they make money, which is what we'd love to do, but we don't do any of them, and they're very rich and Yeah.
Very successful.
Loads of people love Sidemen merch.
Yeah. Also a big con.
Is it? Well, we'll find out when we start calling people for our clothes. But yeah, what you where were we? What were we doing? Who the fuck are
Yeah.
you?
Johnny Depp, he lost his court case
Yeah.
somehow. Don't know how that ended up going down, but
Mhm.
obviously loads of information's out there. You can check it for yourself and make whatever opinion that you want on it.
Yeah.
But the general idea that's going around is Johnny Depp, my man, got robbed. Right?
Oh, he did.
He should not have lost that court case. But the news that I wanted to talk about, because obviously it's been around for a while, I don't think we need to cover it too much, but I saw something this morning or yesterday, I can't remember, but good old Amber is apparently taking a role in the new Pirates of the Caribbean.
No way.
Yeah, so Johnny Depp's been kicked from it.
Has he fully been kicked from it? Because I don't. That was never officially a thing. Because I know obviously
Well, I don't
Fantastic
know.
Beasts and Mads Mikkelsen apparently has replaced him. We'll get onto the whole Fantastic Beasts thing that I've got problems with anyway. But yeah, roll with what you've got.
Well, I don't know if he's been kicked or he just wasn't casted or the remake or whatever it was, but the fact is that is one of Pirates of the Caribbean is one of his biggest franchises. It's like he is Jack Sparrow to so many people.
I'm Captain Jack Sparrow. Savvy.
It just feels slightly dirty. It's almost
More
like
than
she's
slightly.
not only robbed him of his credibility, his image, and everything else that goes along with that, she's also robbing like the biggest franchise from him as well. It just seems like if she does get cast in it, because I don't think it's been official yet, but
No, yeah. I know that they were talking about Margot Robbie or whatever.
yeah, but now they're saying her, and it just seems, I don't know, it just seems it leaves a sour taste in my mouth.
Very sour taste.
But yeah, it's not the best, and that's the news that I wanted to say.
Mhm.
But my man Johnny got robbed. But on the positive note, and I quite like this as well. It's a nice touch. Dior.
Oh yeah,
They
keeping him
came
on
out.
the campaign. Like we're not going to change it because anyone who doesn't know, so Amber Heard back in there he is.
Oh, there you go.
There he is.
You stay quiet until we're done with our discussion now. You turn up late.
Well, I didn't even know it started. He didn't say, oh, Connor, I know we said 5, but then nothing happened at 5, so I didn't know where we were doing it or not.
George, continue.
Connor's here, everyone. We're just talking about Johnny Depp, Con, and the immense difficulties he's had. Have you got your camera?
I do, but my room's a bit of a pigsty. And also, I'm not happy with the way you edited the thumbnail, George. Like, I'm not letting you mug off my face again.
Well, come on, it's different now. We've done full screen. We've got better screen recording quality.
Matt, where's your camera?
He's.
Non-existent.
Come on, I need another face while I talk about Johnny Depp. That basically he was accused. Was it in 2018 of being a wife beater by Amber Heard, something like that, and he fuck off. Bloody things.
Is that what he did?
No, so he's accused of being a wife beater, seemingly with proof by Amber Heard, which we were a bit sketchy on and maybe preemptively jumped the gun because of the way the media portrayed it, because if it was a woman, as it's now been proved, that they genuinely don't really care, because especially Amber Heard doesn't care. He lost his case against, was it The Sun?
I believe so, yeah. I could be wrong, but
and lost his place on Fantastic Beasts, which is a shame because not Roald Dahl, fucking hell, he's great. fucking J.K. Grouchy, she's a got some horrible opinions about transgender people, but that's a discussion for a different day. But Amber Heard's still in the same film studio, is still in Aquaman 2 for reasons. When she's not really that big of a... She's probably not that big of a draw about that film anyway. I don't know anyone that's like, I really want to see what fucking Mira does in Aquaman 2, Legend of Jason Momoa's Pubes or something. I don't know.
You know what, the funny thing is, I completely forgot there was another character other than Jason Momoa in Aquaman.
I think Jason Momoa forgot that as well.
Yeah. It was just him. There was no one else in that film.
And yeah, so he went up against the Sun, lost his court case because they put out publications of him being, using the term wife beater when he's not, when a lot of the allegations are that she has manipulated it to make it look like it was him when it was actually her, and that she's got past experience of this. So if she is now getting a job on Pirates of the Caribbean, that's just like rubbing salt in the wounds, because you don't come into Jack Sparrow's kingdom and fucking piss all over it, do you? Even if it is soaked in rum.
Didn't she also cheat on him with Elon Musk? I saw that going around or something like that.
Elon Musk and someone else, wasn't it?
Yeah, I can't think of who the other person was. I'm pretty sure.
It was on Twitter, wasn't it?
Yeah, going up to her apartment, puddling and all that, and you've got CCTV footage of the lift and stuff, and it's just like, oh yeah. Johnny Depp.
Connor, what's wrong with the thumbnail? It looks great.
My face looks great.
You look gorgeous.
But no, you get the worst angles of my face, mate.
You were the one holding it. You're the one holding your phone.
Yeah, but come on, you can't edit. You can't make thumbnails. Why am I the main thumbnail?
Well, I can guarantee you that now we've gone full screen and I'm doing it from the computer, it will look better because we're all in the same sized box.
Yeah, come on.
Let me see your beautiful eyes.
I've had a bit of surgery.
Oh my god, are you in the new Catwoman film?
Hang
Oh.
I feel like Matt's got a good joke in him that's gonna be cat related. Is he gonna say it?
Meow.
How you been, mate? All right?
Okay. Yeah. I'm watching Jodie Whittaker. Life's really sunk to a whole new level. So.
What episode are you on?
The pregnant man one. The Sanandra conundrum.
The Saranga conundrum. Yeah. Why is it not called the pregnant man one?
Oh, exactly.
Why are you not writing for Chris Chibnall Doctor Who?
Why aren't any of us writing for Chibnall? Anyone could be writing for him.
Did you see there was a picture that's gone around on Twitter and Facebook that they were doing street filming for Series 13 and the Weeping Angels are out in the streets. So we get Weeping Angels and Sontar. It'd be nice to see someone other than Moffat write them.
Good. Oh, okay.
That's good,
nice.
yeah.
I'll keep it up here. That's better. Yeah. Oh, I didn't know about the Weeping Angels though.
But no, yeah, that was yet.
They haven't been seen since Matt Smith. Amy and Rory.
Angels Take Manhattan, and partially in Time of the Doctor before everyone jumps down our throats. I assume Matt's died of boredom because he normally does when we start talking about this.
Well, and also he wanted my face on camera, so.
Alright,
I can disappear. I can disappear.
No, Connor, don't disappear. It's fine.
Whoops.
Oh man, don't.
Did it again.
Got lost in the game. What do you guys think about fucking Alfred Molina back as Doc Ock in Spider-Man 2 Mini Spider-Man?
It makes more sense.
Does it?
No, I get respect for Jamie Foxx coming back as Electro, but I mean, he's the Garfield villain. But then in my mind, it was always a case of where is Maguire's villain. So at least it makes, in my mind, a bit more sense.
Are you not worried that it's just Spider-Verse but less
Overcrowded.
but less original and inspiring?
Less special. Yeah, totally. There's always that risk. There's always going to be that risk.
Like Spider-Verse was new and adventurous, and
I believe in Five Vision.
Jumped on a popular trend.
well, Hollywood doesn't have an original idea left in it. Let's be real.
No.
I liked Alfred Molina, but the thing is, like, I think Big Damn Car said it in one of the things, like, it would mean more if it was in, like, a Spider-Verse 2, where it was the voice, and then visually they look like how you remember them in the film, because no one wants to see nearly 50-year-old Tobey Maguire trying to get back in shape for
Give it this way, fuck it. Yeah.
for this film. Like, Andrew Garfield deserves more out of it, but like, do we really? Because we always look at stuff through like nostalgia tinted glasses. Is that gonna be what we want, or I don't know. I just hope.
I would personally prefer what you said, like looking how they would in animation and their voices, because I think they would do a better job with it.
You know, there's still room for it. I just hope that this is a Marvel decision, not a Sony decision. Not just Sony going, you know, that Spider-Verse film, see? That made us a lot of money. Let's do that with live motion pictures.
Or is it Sony going ahead and setting up the Sinister Six with what? If Craven is true as well, so we're going to get a villain from Maguire, a villain from Garfield, and
villain from Holland. That would be.
Is it Sinister Six, Sinister Threesome for now? Is it?
If they were just doing the whole what I believe they did with J.K. Simmons coming back as J. Jonah Jameson, which is like there is no other person we can envision playing this part, and if we chose someone else, it would have to be drastically different. So that's why, obviously, because J.K. Simmons is J. Jonah Jameson, there is no one else that could play him.
No, it's Mysterio. What if he's the sixth member? What if J. Jonah Jameson is the sixth member since six?
Maybe.
In front of us the whole time.
Well, no. What if he is? What if he is like Tobey Maguire's version of Vulture that was originally going to be John Malkovich in Spider-Man 4? But I think that do they think that Alfred Molina is the only person that can play Doc Ock? It's been a long time since he's played him. Is he gonna 4? Yeah, is he gonna nail it second, like 16 years plus by the time he gets round to it? It's like,
what has he been in since Spider-Man 2? I mean, I've seen him in
The Sorcerer's Apprentice in 2010 with Nicolas Cage. The first thing.
Nick Cage.
He was the evil one, and Nick Cage was the good one.
The evil one.
So Nick Cage was just the weird one, but
because Jamie Foxx you get away with, because Electro, like, it could be like, because they could all be a dimension hop, they could all just be this universe's version of it, and they happen to be played by, because eventually the MCU is going to run out of actors and they're going to use people that have been in stuff before. And, you know, they did it because they were like, well, JK is Jonah. Is Alfred Molina the definitive version of Doc Ock? Is he playing
Yeah, is he playing? Yeah. We'll just have to see, won't we? Hopefully.
and no. Can I answer yes and no to that question?
You can answer whatever you want, mate. This is, you know, an opinion-based podcast. Nothing is wrong unless you are a fan of
Man United.
you know, that's not a pop culture. I don't know what the pop culture equivalent of Man United is. It's probably fucking Spider-Man 3.
But I would say yes and no, because yes, he is the definitive version of Doc Ock, but
He's the only.
Yeah,
Well, yeah,
no,
he is the only.
no, because you've also got to take into account other mediums like Doc Ock in games, and also you had Dr. Octavius in the Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse film, which was
The girl.
Olivia Octavius.
Yeah, but I believe that was an original character for that, wasn't it? I don't know if she's a comics book, but also you saw what would have been the real Doc Ock when Spider-Gwen gets pulled through the portal, because you see one of the metal arms clinking against the wall. You've obviously had like the TV series and stuff like that, but nothing's ever... Doc Ock's never really been done again.
The classic animated cartoon using the most. Like the 90s cartoon.
Yeah.
The thing is, with Doc Ock, have you guys played Spider-Man on the PS4?
Absolutely completed it. Yes, loved it.
Bits and pieces. I mean, once I get my PS4 to work and trade it in for a part of a PS5, then yeah, I'll play it again.
Because I Spider-Man game. Probably the most well-rounded as a character.
Yeah, I can see.
Because, like, the thing is, it's Doc Ock. You always know Doc Ock's going to turn bad at some point. But they brought... So you also had a lot more humanity pushed in towards the character. Like, don't get me wrong, there was obviously a lot of humanity in the character in Spider-Man 2, but you just had that more time spent with him, that more time building character. Yeah, that extra layer, if you will. So...
The Mr. Freeze of the universe, or the Spider-Man Rose Gallery, he's like Mr. Freeze.
Yeah. So,
Just a good way of looking at him.
To the question, yeah, he is definitive, but I think if someone else did it again, probably not.
It's fair enough.
So,
yeah, I don't know. You don't have to have original idea.
It's a tough one.
Yeah.
They'd have to have another original idea, or get like the son. Not saying get Alfred Molina's son to be Octopus in another film, but they'd have to tweak it slightly. Come up with a completely new character for the film, and if they want to do something similar but a different villain that has tentacles, then so be it. But I don't. Yeah, there's no other way you can do it.
That's a completely different thing.
Well,
that is for another time, possibly. But yeah, I'm excited as a child inside myself, not in a weird way, because Spider-Man 2 is probably the best live-action Spider-Man film, not the best Spider-Man film of all time, which is obviously Into the Spider-Verse. But I just don't know. Is this too much? Is this another step too far? Like, I feel like it's just, and so like if your rumours and confirmed to be believed. So, like, there's still rumoured ones that, is either just, fans saying, oh, like, this is happening, or, like, genuine things that are, like, they're in negotiation. So, you've got Tom Holland, Tobey Maguire in negotiation, Andrew Garfield, Emma Stone, Kirsten Dunst, Zendaya, Alfred Molina, Jamie Foxx, whoever's going to be the actual... who? I'm sure, if not in Morbius, definitely in this. We'll talk about that movie when that fucking comes out and we can see it. Benedict Cumberbatch.
Yeah, he's been confirmed.
Yeah, so it's like, how many more people do we need? Maybe it's just
like an almost Avengers movie, just with the Spider-Man characters. It's weird.
Yeah, it's almost like how... Like, is it every time you get to a third Spider-Man film of a trilogy, you just have to jam-pack it full of stuff? Like, is that just the thing? Like, we would have found that out in Amazing Spider-Man 3.
Exactly, the lack of Amazing Spider-Man 3. Are they going to go extra because of that movie not happening? Or
I just hope not.
Well, going back to your earlier question of, is it a Marvel decision or a Sony decision to why they're actually doing like another Spider-Verse type of thing? I would put money on it being Marvel, because obviously, think of how much like critical acclaim like Into the Spider-Man verse got.
Into the Spider-Man verse.
Into the Spider-Man verse. Think of how much critical acclaim that got. Alright, maybe it didn't make as much money because it was this new thing. And obviously not that many people were really willing to actually go see it in theatres and stuff like that, even though people definitely should have seen it more. Put the middle finger down, you prick. But it's got to be Marvel just going, well, that was so successful, that got brilliant reviews, everybody loved it.
This guy, he knows what he's talking about, this guy.
Like, surely they should just turn around, like, I reckon it's Marvel, shut up. Fuck you. I'm gonna go eat my pie.
That's okay.
Blueberry pie.
Yeah, I get what you're saying, but I just, I don't want to repeat of just, here's all the things we jam-packed in.
You don't want another Spider-Man 3.
Yeah, I want a...
We don't even know the title yet. Still.
Spider-Man, Too Many Spider-Men.
We're meant to be getting the first look.
Yeah, December, yeah.
Yeah, it was this month, so
are the cinemas open in tier 2? How does that work?
Don't think so. I don't think they're not. It's the lack of films.
I've got this.
It's the lack of films.
I've kept this just in case.
Yeah, no,
What does it count as?
they were.
Entertainment.
Yeah.
Says open.
They're open.
Says open.
Cineworlds aren't then, surely? I have to Google it.
I have to go on
No,
my app.
they're not.
I'll have to dust off my old app that I haven't used in months.
The thing is, there's been a whole big debate, obviously, why we've been in lockdown to whether or not that's going to be the final nail in the coffin to cinemas, and whether, because obviously
I don't think it will be.
No, I would like to hope it's not, but obviously you've got Warner Brothers streaming all their new films onto HBO Max.
But as Connor sent to me, they're not all happy about it though.
As we literally ended last week's chat, it was just a case of, oh yeah, now they're Warner Brothers are streaming and releasing in America like all the films in 2021, like simultaneously.
But Connor, as you said, people aren't happy about it.
Yeah, over Godzilla and Kong. I was getting my hair cut, and it was just my mate Rob. Shout out to Rob.
Shout out Rob, as long as you subscribe.
Godzilla and Kong. Oh, that's the question. Are you subscribed?
Mm.
Pretty sure he is. It's Godzilla and Kong. I don't know about the Godzilla and Kong situation as such, but it's Universal and another company, possibly Warner Bros. I can't think of the other company because I don't particularly care about either property. But it's an owner's manufacturer's debate. One company wants to keep it theatrical and don't want to go streaming. The other company just wants to eventually release their product because we don't know when this pandemic's going to end. So it's kind of an ongoing kind of, this is our opinion, this is our opinion, sort it out.
Yeah, one of them ones.
Yeah. But Netflix have stepped in and said like for $300 million or something, they're all...
Oh, just 300 million.
Just a small amount.
Something like that. Look, it's what he said, yeah? I don't know the exact figures. I couldn't care. I couldn't care less. I couldn't care less. Look, if it was freaking Spider-Man 3, if it was all the Marvel stuff, get that on right now. I don't want to wait till freaking, I don't want to fly to America. Well, not that we can. I don't want to go to America to see it. I want to see it now, here.
Yeah, I see it like, because cinemas can't die off because, there's too much in it. I feel like, some films are meant to be experienced on that, and you still get a lot out of your trip to the cinema, as much as it's degraded since probably we were kids, when used to be a more sizable audience in cinemas because stuff wasn't available on demand, or pre-order like fucking the Sky Movies stuff where you could already rent it and buy it and get it for free, or streaming it illegally online. You don't get any of that in the past. So there was like, that's why I like, when we were young whippersnappers, it was all like trips to the cinema, but less regularly because we didn't have unlimited cards.
No, we didn't anyway. It was very bad.
I miss using my unlimited card a lot.
It's just sitting up there. He's literally looking at me. It's like, one day I'll come back. One day we shall come back.
Do you think we'll all get to see Black Widow together like we plan to whenever it comes out in March?
No.
In March, I don't know. I can't call it. I don't know. I can't call anything.
It's very close.
No, I can call that 100% as a no because you said all together. I probably won't turn up or I'll be late.
Yeah. We'll literally get to maybe late January, February. Look, it's confident that cinemas are going to open next month. We'll get to the week before. Oh, it's all gone to crap. Oh, cinemas have gone back to November 2021. Oh, all the films are out in 2023. No, I don't know. I don't want to get myself psyched. I need to get delayed the week.
How many times have we been disappointed this year? Like Black Widow's November. Now it's never. Now it's next March. Or the same with Bond. Plenty of time to fucking die.
Next week, 2 months, 6 months, now 2 years. Oh, yeah, no, it could be anything. It's just, yeah.
But I think Wonder Woman will be the telling thing, because it obviously opens on Christmas Day in cinemas and is available on HBO. So fuck knows how we're getting it over here. We'll have to.
Just
VPN.
Well, yeah, all VPN it, but then
VPN on it.
yeah.
Not a bad idea.
What about the card system though? Does does it matter what card, or because if you belong to, say, the Banks of England and then you use an American, does that not affect? I don't know.
No, because it's still a form of currency. Like if you went to move and lived in America, if you went and lived in America, but you still have some English cards, it should just work the same. As like
I've never tried this activity. We'll have to wait and see on that one. Hawkeye got some stuff happening this week. We see Hailey Steinfeld has all but confirmed that she is Kate Bishop in the Disney Plus TV series. Jeremy Renner's wearing a hearing aid, so they're going to actually delve into Hawkeye's hearing loss from the comics. I don't know if you came here wanting that news, but if you have, you can feel free to turn off now. But they've also added 3 new cast members to Hawkeye, which is Tony Dalton, Vera Farmiga, and Black Widow's Florence Pugh.
In Hawkeye?
Yes.
Florence Pugh is in... Okay.
Yeah, she's playing the new... Yeah, I assume so, unless they're playing really ballsy.
Yeah. They're going to multiverse that situation in the next Avengers movie. They're going to explain why there's 2 versions of the same actress.
Oh, can you imagine how that's going to be? But are we interested in Hawkeye? Is that still a thing that we like?
Well, I never liked Jeremy Renner.
I don't think there's a problem with Jeremy Renner until he was, maybe he threatened his wife. Then it was like, maybe don't do that. If that's true, but then we don't know. Yeah.
I thank him for The Town, the movie with Ben Affleck that he wrote and directed. I thank him for that. Everything else, I just... Yeah.
Not Born Legacy or Avengers Endgame.
Yeah, but it's not Jeremy Renner. He's Ronin. He's not Hawkeye. He's Ronin in that film.
You can't, but for someone that's been criminally underused in the MCU, he's still managed to put a lot across.
Yeah. And hopefully his series will be his, like, not his redemption arc, but it'll just be a chance to actually, like, get him as an actor,
Just him.
Get the haters eradicated. Just turn the image around,
We could do that. That sounds good. So having a connection to Black Widow, is that something we expected?
Yeah.
No.
I expected it.
No.
Budapest. But they're not doing Budapest. Or are they going to talk about Budapest?
I don't know. Maybe there's a new Budapest, a Nudapest, if you will.
Yeah, a Nudapest. Ooh.
Because there's not Budapest in the Black Widow, or unless it's in a flashback.
Exactly.
Having the new,
Do
we know
any plot details of Hawkeye, or do you just know the actors and actresses?
Kate is basically based off the comic where he trains Kate Bishop. I think that's
Do they go to Budapest in the comic?
I don't know. That's one of the few things. Ask the ambassador of Budapest if this is a thing. I don't know.
They'll film it in Spain, but give us Budapest.
Obviously, would be nice to have this then be like, oh, this is actually, because they're all part of the wider MCU as a whole now, because they're all under the same branch, being just a Marvel Studios thing, but a TV series. Like we know WandaVision leads in, and Loki leads into Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness, and that all seemingly fucking culminates in Spider-Man. So will the effects of WandaVision be the reason that Alfred Molina's back? We don't know. Is it something we want, or do we just want let's just have a standalone story that is part of it, but not relied upon
too heavily?
Yeah. Because I feel like that's what we need from a Hawkeye TV series, is just that. Because if the other Avengers in it, there's no point in it being a Hawkeye show.
Yeah, that's what I was just going to say. I feel like if they were relying on a Hawkeye story to carry the weight of the Phase 4 and 5 and everything, the character hasn't been used enough. I wouldn't care as much because it's Jeremy Renner as Hawkeye. Like, I don't think the character or the actor, whatever, I don't think it'd have enough weight. I don't think no one would be interested if they were going to, like, if it was going to be such plot-heavy focused. Like, I'd like what you just said about the standalone thing. Sure, it could be mentioned and referenced in future properties. It don't have to be, like, the thing you have to see to understand the next 3 films. I can't see it being that important as such.
No.
And, like, Black Widow, for it being a prequel, it better be relevant, because I'd rather watch Black Widow any day over Hawkeye, but that's just preference. Again, I don't know how that's gonna, way ahead and have ramifications, so to speak.
Be nice to find that out, really, wouldn't it? One day, yes. Have you guys been watching? I know Matt hasn't. The Mandalorian.
What's
Oh.
another one? What another great episode?
You still not started it yet?
I've been at work.
So
Only been a week.
So have we all. So have we all.
start episode. What was it? 6 dropped on Friday.
6.
So by the time we reunite, Connor, which hope December 30th is a Wednesday, and that's our normal thing. I'm off then. If we're allowed to mingle, then.
Okay.
So we'll try and do the first one of the new year then, because that will come out Sunday the
3rd or 4th.
Sunday the 2nd.
Wait.
No, 3rd. 3rd, yeah, you were right.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It was one of those days, I don't know.
Yes. But because we still need to do the Christmas one, don't we? Where are we on?
Make it New Year's. Make it Doctor Who. Make it New Year's special.
Nah, fuck
We'll
off.
get the Christmas
No, I'm not
New
fucking
Year's.
losing my audience for that shit. No, so we got an episode for the 13th, which is this one, then 20th, which will be the Christmas one, and then 27th will be the roundup of the year, everything we saw in the cinema this year.
No, we definitely saw.
Yeah. Where was?
So,
Yeah, where was I going with what was I talking about? I feel like it was something important.
You mentioned Mandalorian.
Yeah, the Mandalorian. Yeah, yes. What did you think of chapter 14?
the tragedy.
It wasn't really a tragedy. It was far from a tragedy. But it won't be.
What did you think of
George Spade said
of Tamara Morrison
Yeah.
returning
I mean,
as Commander Rex?
I know that. I mean, that twist. I said it to you, George. When we
I'm not actually Boba Fett. I've been lying this whole time.
I said it was Rex.
I'm actually still playing the voice of Moana's dad.
Was he? I didn't even.
Yeah, he's
actually.
Yeah, so he's.
I've not half seen Moana, but.
Oh, it's a great film. It really is a great film. First time I saw it, it was like, this is very nice. And then, because my niece loves it, so that's played at least 2 or 3 times a day. So I could probably close my eyes and recite the songs of Lin-Manuel Miranda and co. To a point. I'm not. No, I'm not doing the whole fucking Moana thing. But do watch it, it's because people made the connection of so he's Moana's dad, so she's obviously like called by the ocean to go explore, and he's also Aquaman's dad, who lives in the sea. It's like, there's anyone with a remote connection to the ocean who needs a dad, and casting directors goes to go Tamara Morrison. But yeah, Boba Fett.
I mean, the actual return.
And we got some more name drops from the other trilogies. We got Jango Fett.
Yeah,
Yoda last.
The same guy. The same actor.
Yeah, Yoda last week and Jango Fett this week. Are we getting a Knights of the Old Republic miniseries?
Now that
I wish.
Are we recreating the games or just something set in that era?
Oh, what? So the actors don't move until you click something or stop fannying about on your fucking console.
And then when the dialogue ends, it literally goes to 4x3 and it has blue boxes at the bottom.
And you're waiting for the text to appear before they can do anything. And the vocals are coming out, but their mouths are not moving. Maybe.
Half the sound effects is just.
Spoilers for chapter 14, episode 6 of season 2.
Yeah.
I love that they're all the same things, but fuck me, it's really confusing for the numbering. Mandalorian is so good, man. Jon Favreau fucking loves Star Wars.
The 4th week in a row, it's been another banger. I was expecting nothing this week.
I'd argue that the whole season's been good. Better than season 1. As long as we get payoff for the thing. But then we wouldn't have got that without, it was almost like the season 1 was like series 11 of Doctor Who. It was stripped back. There was things that you recognised as Star Wars in it, but there was no sort of like fan service apart from the Jawas. There was never really anything that was like remotely like that is from this. Whereas we've had Ahsoka Tano, Boba Fett, you know, we've had fucking the Sand People, we've had Sarlacc Pits, you know, we've had name drops.
Great actors turn up in roles that aren't exactly A-list actors, but when they turn up, it's great.
We've had Bo-Katan being played by her voice from the Clone Wars, yeah. Which is then why did we not have Ashley? Oh, what's her face? Who plays Ahsoka Tano? Why was she just not Ahsoka Tano?
I know. Open your eyes.
As good as Rosario Dawson was, it was like, oh, this would have hit so much better with me. And I've only very recently, as I've told you, like watched Clone Wars and Rebels. But like,
What, so you finished them both? You've done them both?
yeah, so you know them months ago when we were allowed in the same room?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did them then.
Did you finish them then? Because I thought you were ongoing.
I was on, I think, Rebels by that time, but I've done it. I've not bothered with Resistance because I can't be asked for that yet.
Oh, yeah.
Because that just looks like a fucking Flashpoint series. But
It's not part of the Filoni verse, so
not yet.
not yet. Exactly.
Oh god, I love this show. And good news, Matthew.
Yes.
The inside the Disney studio on Mandalorian season 2, episode 1 drops Christmas Day. So I can't
You know what it's about?
Christmas Day.
So I don't know if it's going to follow the same format episode. So I'm assuming it's going to be like a thing to focus on, but I don't know if they're going to do repeats like directors, because there was new directors this season like Peyton Reed, Robert Rodriguez, obviously returning ones. I hope it goes in depth on sort of each episode, and we get like a big thing about Boba Fett, because obviously like the Cobb Vamp stuff in episode 1, but mainly with like because he gets the armor back on. And he does stuff. Boba Fett does stuff other than fall in a Sarlacc pit. Excuse me. It was so well shot.
Ever do.
Nah, man. It was great. He fucking, Tamara Morrison beat up some stormtroopers and smashed their helmets with a big stick.
With like a stick. Yeah, legit with a stick. Stick whip thing.
His rifle was made out of parts of his old rifle, being Boba Fett. Like the end of it, and then like the elongated sort of, the big long bit of the gun at the back. Whatever that is.
Yes. The helmet
Every
had
American
like
just
a
like
dent.
licked off.
Yeah.
Every American just, probably shot their guns that they shouldn't have in their home. We're joking, American listeners, if there is any of you. Write in at Matt Shepherd Hates You at gmail.com.
I'm not Jeremy Clarkson. Come on, dude.
Oh my god, it's so good, and I can't wait to see the behind the scenes on this season. Like, I've loved it. I just want to hear Dave Filoni talk about Star Wars again. That's all I want.
Oh yeah, he sold it. He's a proper fanboy. He knows what he's doing. He knows what he's doing.
I don't know if I'm assuming it's weekly again. Because
Probably. I'd imagine so.
Keep the suspense going as to what the rest will be about. It
oh,
won't be a carbon copy of what we already had before. There will be some variety. Maybe they'll do an episode of all these rumours and speculations, because a lot of them have been right. Maybe they'll do an episode of, they'll deliberately talk about, will we get a Boba Fett spin-off? Will we get an Ahsoka spin-off? Depending if we don't see them in the next 2 episodes. But I don't know, maybe they'll just take the mick and go, is this going to happen? Is this going to happen? Stay tuned.
predictions for the finale.
Someone
Matt, you go
shoots
first.
someone and the other person dies.
It's not a bad prediction.
We're going to get the Darksaber.
Is Bo-Katan going to end up back with the Darksaber?
That'll be the final shot.
Because she was left it in Rebels.
Yeah, or Clone Wars. Because, she had it in whatever program she was asked in, and she was like,
Yeah, because Sabine leaves it to her, doesn't she?
Yeah.
And we had, obviously, because we know that Grand Admiral Thrawn's out there because of last week. So that's assuming that then Ezra's still alive. So will Ezra turn up? Will we have an Ezra, Grand Admiral Thrawn? Because like Ahsoka says, so Yoda goes to this Jedi Temple place, and he has to send out his false signal from these big stones, and hope a Jedi comes looking for him. Until just now, I was thinking that is this how we're gonna get Obi-Wan into it? Like maybe that there's like not full time because obviously we know that he can't stay away from Tatooine because he's busy turning into Alec Guinness.
Yes.
But like it was like I just feel like this is how we're gonna have sort of and here's almost like the unofficial pilot because we've already got a series of Kenobi.
Okay. Yeah. This is a loose.
But yeah, Ezra. Who would you get to play adult Ezra? Oh wait, no. So it's what's the gap between Rebels and this? We're assuming it's not major.
I thought it was like 30 years apart, but then apparently the original trilogy takes years, say like 3 or 4, 5 years apart. I thought it was like decades. Oh, no, it's decades. No, I'll Google it quickly.
So I'm
Rebels and Mandalorian.
yeah, because
Oops.
Ezra could be the same age. So would you get the voice actor that plays him to do it? Would you get someone like? Because I know there was rumours like if he'd turned up in live action like for Benicio del Toro or someone like that, which
Right.
But then he's already been in Star Wars as that man who did that thing to Rose and
But then maybe they'll retcon it to make that character more important. I don't know. Maybe you can have a connection. I don't know, because we didn't know anything. He was just, what was he, like the gambler, the overlord, whatever he was called.
the hacker or something. I don't know.
The hacker, yeah. Maybe they could loosely somehow tie him into the saga, but
They could.
I want it, but it could be an idea.
While you get that,
Doesn't really. I'm on an article saying the Mandalorian might be set before the ending of Rebels, but
I hope not.
a definitive answer as such.
We had 2 more cast members added to the Amazon Lord of the Rings TV series. Peter Mullen and Sir Lenny Henry. Who they're playing, no idea. Viggo Mortensen gave his thing on it, like his opinion, because obviously they're gonna just cash in on it if they can. But do we want a Lord of the Rings TV series? Because we never really we've said like when it was happening, but we've never really like gone, yes or no. What do we care about Middle Earth?
I mean,
the trilogy, yeah.
Which trilogy?
having still only seen the first one, I care about the first one. I will watch the other two.
Extended edition on 4K now. You can get them all on 4K.
It's bloody expensive though. Have you seen the prices for that thing? It's like nearly 80 quid.
But then they all. That's just for that, yeah. But then if you buy Hobbit as well, you're getting all the extended versions and all of Peter Jackson, looking tired and like he's been working too hard because he should let Guillermo del Toro do the Hobbit.
Yeah, but the Hobbit films were just a bit.
They're shit, man. I rewatched them recently on Prime.
Oh, thank God you said it. I was gonna say naff, but yeah.
I forced myself because I remember I saw the first one in the cinema and the last one in the cinema, and Desolation of Smaug just passed me by, and I was sitting in Battle of the Five Armies, just like, this is boring. What the fuck is this? I've seen Game of Thrones at this point. I've seen Robb Stark die. Like, I know that fucking spoilers, that medieval fantasy stuff is good. Why is this so boring? I've seen the original trilogy. How was that better like a decade ago? But alas.
Maybe I won't bother with the Hobbit.
I think watch it if you fall in love with that world, watch it and it appeals to you and go back to it, because it's nice to revisit some things. But then there's a bit like, look, this is the place where Frodo got stabbed in Fellowship for some reason in the Hobbit, fucking first one, unexpected journey. Is that what it is?
I think so.
Yeah.
A journey.
Well, I've just seen this pop up. Apparently Charlie Cox is going to be in Spider-Man 3 as well.
I know it's been rumoured because now Marvel fully have the rights to Daredevil back. If Spider-Man's going to have any villain from the Tom Holland trilogy in his film, I want it to be Vincent D'Onofrio as Kingpin.
And no one else.
I think Charlie Cox is a step too far. Imagine if these are just cameos. Imagine if I was like, they're in it for 5 minutes. Tobey Maguire's back for one scene via Zoom.
Yeah, but there is that chance. It's not a bad idea. We don't want that, but it could be a possible.
I don't want. I don't know what I want. If they pull it off with a full movie with them all in, then yes. If
I would they announce the villains only have a 2-minute scene with them? So yeah, they've got to be.
Why did they announce that Paul Giamatti was playing the Rhino in Amazing Spider-Man 2, but he was in 5 minutes at the beginning and 5 minutes... Like, the shot spoiled in the trailer was the end shot of the fucking movie. It was like, oh my god, how's he going to get out and fight Rhino? We'll never know, because if we're assuming like that's where the trilogy ended, then Spider-Man was killed that day. and the villains won. That's when the portal opens.
That's when he gets plucked. Yeah, he gets plucked. Yeah.
Jesus, why are we fixing this fucking shit? And to just end this kind of stuff, everyone looking forward to Cyberpunk is out tomorrow.
Yes.
It is. I'm waiting for next gen.
You got it.
It's buggy on PC. It's buggy on PC. That's all I know.
Are you buying the Xbox One compatible with Series X version?
If I can.
I'm not in a rush.
It's for that big man.
No, but like obviously, because especially like because I want the Miles Morales game, for example, but I'm gonna get the PS4 version that comes with the download for the PS5. So then it's for that price you're getting essentially 2 versions of the game rather than paying 50 odd quid just for a PS5 version.
One copy, yeah. I ended up doing it with Call of Duty, and yeah, it's very much worth it. I haven't got the Series X yet, but I can. Yeah, I just know as soon as I get the X, I know I'll have that version.
Yeah.
Installed.
So then you don't have to buy it again. You've got it for the thing.
Definitely do that, yeah.
I'm looking forward. Like Cyberpunk's had a bit of a troubled production. I'm looking forward to seeing how that turns out.
I'll definitely check it out.
Maybe we'll actually get a review, like we promised for Spider-Man.
The thing is, it's obviously
New things, lads. New things. Yes, Matthew.
I've been waiting for this game for so long. It's actually been the game that I've looked forward to the most because I love The Witcher. Everything about it, apart from the Netflix series, because I'm not a big fan of it. But that's a topic for a different time.
You're not a fan of shirtless Henry Cavill in a bath?
I'm glad you dislike it. I'm glad I'm not the only one.
I've never finished watching it yet.
But I might have to rewatch it because my opinion might change. But at the moment, I didn't enjoy it. I've read the books. I played all 3 games. I fucking love everything about it.
Mm-hmm.
And CD Projekt Red, I now own The Witcher 3 on 4 different consoles. So just knowing it's from the same company, and with each, the thing is, with each game that they did, they got better and better and better. Yeah. If it sticks with the trend, Cyberpunk is going to be phenomenal. Yeah. So
we've been waiting a long time for it though, and there's a lot of hoo-ha behind the scenes about how they deal with that stuff.
Is it going to be the Tenet situation? Is it going to be like overhyped?
Possibly.
But only, sorry to cut you off, but only to say overhyped because it's like you keep saying this game has been in development hell for like at least the last decade. Like I've heard about it at least 10 years ago. When I first got the Xbox, I heard Cyberpunk. Like this game has been forever. It's taken as much. This whole Corona period has only been not even a year yet, but this has been about 7 Coronas. This game's been through. You know, this game's just not come out.
Mm-hmm.
See, the thing is, I wouldn't say it's been in development hell because CD Projekt Red aren't exactly like a mega company like so many game developers are, and obviously you've got to stick with the time, stick with the new technologies, and they're just, the thing is they put so much love and care and detail into their games. I wouldn't say it's development hell, because sometimes delays are necessary, because you don't want to release a broken title shit. So it's a case of, do you delay it more for a better product, or do you just rush it and put it out? And for a not a big team, it's kind of it's best to delay it.
I feel like though, as technology is going forward and as like the next gens are coming out, I feel like over the last year that happens to nearly every game I can think of. Every game has had some sort of last minute, like you say, polish and tweak to delay by an extra month or a couple weeks. It's just more and more it's happening with. And I I don't want it to make it sound like an excuse. But when you keep hearing it, it's polish, you think, really? Is that all it is? Polishing, tweaking, or because it's literally happening with every game. I feel like the last 2 years, especially.
I feel like I've literally like been out of gaming for so long, like properly. Like there was a good couple of years ago when it was just like solid. Like we were always online together. We were playing games. I feel like we need to get back into that and enjoy some of the shit that they make this year. After the year we've had, I feel like we deserve a bit of downtime, which hopefully we can do in the new year. But I haven't ordered Cyberpunk, like pre-ordered it. I'm gonna just see what the reviews are saying and how, like, if the price goes down in January.
I mean, I'm just gonna buy it as soon as I get a next gen console, so I don't really care what reviews or anything say. So I feel like I'm gonna
have experience.
Yeah.
We'll have to wait and see, lads. But
Some people didn't like The Witcher, so there you go.
And it's Keanu Reeves, to keep it relevant to us movie channel. We are a movie channel. It's Keanu freaking Reeves in the game. I mean, that's literally the only reason I'm buying it. It's Keanu Reeves. I don't really know what it's about. It's Keanu Reeves. You play as him? Oh.
You don't play it. Apparently, it plays like a huge part in the story. From what I've been reading on it, like it's not just a cameo. I would love to be Keanu Reeves.
Mentor.
I'd love to be good old John Wick.
can't wait for John Wick. Well, that's a good place. No, when's John Wick 4 out? Not the same day as Matrix 4 anymore. 22 or 21, I don't know.
Is it Matrix first? I can't remember what movie we're getting first. Is it Matrix?
It was originally the same day, and now I think it's Matrix first.
Yeah. No, it might be 22 then.
I wouldn't have a clue, to be honest.
But this was fun, and this is a lot more better looking than last week. Because we managed to, like we said earlier, thanks to Jack for helping us to get this screen recording stuff up and running. And we'll 2022. So if you guys want to get involved with us, you can. Where can they email us, Connor, for questions?
nerdbiblecontact@gmail.com.
And Matt, what have they got to follow us on, and what's our username?
All the socials on @PastySheet.
Across your various things that you use, apart from MySpace, because that's not a thing. Neither's Mixer anymore. Mixer got deactivated.
Yeah, Mixer. That's been gone for at least a year.
Yeah.
Since we've gone out of gaming, Mixer suddenly disappeared. Yeah. Shame.
Nobody used it.
People did on Xbox. We're gonna hopefully get into Twitch next year. Hopefully Jack can also hook us up with a good start on that, because he's the know-how guy at the minute.
Well, stuff like Streamlabs and Discord and all of that just sort of killed Mixer off. Like, there was no need for it, in a way.
But we will be back again next week, whether it's we pre-record 2 together because we need to do New Year and Christmas, so we're going to try and fit that in. But thanks as always, boys, for joining me, Connor and Matthew. It is an honour to have an improved look on your face and voices.
Just my voice.
It feels the same my end, but I'll see the final product and let you know.
It does. Look, I can guarantee you, it's going to look a lot better this week, and it will look even better when Matt finally orders a webcam from Prime. But until that, lads, we'll see you and the audience. You, the audience. See you next time. Farewell. There it is. Now we can end.